Hi everyone, my name is Amit Kumar Sahu, and you all are watching Crypto Whale. Sorry, Black Whale Crypto. And right now, I am covering a topic about how much will Bitcoin will worth in near future or upcoming future. So, first of all, if nobody knows about crypto and certainly don't know about the Bitcoin, or you can say Bitcoin boom. So Bitcoin is a digital currency which is made by Satoshi Nakamoto, uh, and the white paper are launched in 2009 and 2010. It launched in a publicly. From 2010 till now, from it started, the price of starting of Bitcoin is 0.01 cent, and right now the market cap you can say in the top reach is around 126k dollars of each Bitcoin, and now it's worth around 63, 64. So many people have a doubt about how much Bitcoin gonna worth in near future or upcoming future. If I say precisely about 2030. So according to me, and according to what I uh, do a research about how Bitcoin gonna be next big thing after stocks, bonds, ETFs, land, properties. It will become a kind of investment in a next gen era. So I just wanna say the math what I developed and the thesis behind how I think the Bitcoin will go in a upcoming future or near future. So for me, what I see in the future, like adaptation about the crypto and Bitcoin in the functionality, you can say uh, exchanges like Binance, OKX, Bybit, KuCoin. They are the major exchanges which involved in a crypto and making bunch of new involvement like perpetual markets, future market, option market. So money is incoming. There is a less outflow about in crypto. Yeah, there is a risk like you can lose everything in a crypto, but that's a risk. You're gonna make so much money if you get success on that. So it's a kind of gamble for me. So when I started learning about how crypto works, I have started crypto. If I have seriously studied in like last 3 to 4 months, the most thing I learn about crypto is a very unique concept, built in a very unique concept, which is like when you transfer a payment from international, like from India to any kind of places like USA, Canada, Australia, Hong Kong, Dubai, in that kind of place, you have to wait for certain days, times, and for a confirmation that you received or not. But in crypto, you just send it, and it hardly takes a minute or two, and you're gonna receive by just a minute. Okay, so it's a very easy, and you don't need to pay any kind of high fees like 1%, 2% your total amount. So much of the time, you feel very safe about that. And for now, I gonna share how much gonna each Bitcoin will worth in near future. Okay, and for me, the Bitcoin will never be a shutdown like pump and dump scheme. So many people have an idea like in future Bitcoin gonna be in a zero or something. So in future everything gonna be in a zero. Okay, look at bonds, properties, everything. Okay, not properties actually. Bonds, stocks, ETFs. So mostly gonna be in a long term will be zero. So we are predicting the upcoming future. So I'm gonna be sharing my thoughts and thesis behind how much each Bitcoin gonna worth in 2030 or 2028 or 2029. So it's a long-term investment. So more than a year it will take to reach there. So I'm gonna open my web tab. So if you look after the market about the crypto, it is totally worth around $2.2 trillion right now, and Bitcoin is worth around uh, 64K, and Ethereum is around 1850, and BNB about 571. So the crypto market is in a very, you can say, bleeding type, or you can say in a bear market. So in the top of the market, I'm gonna share my whiteboard about. You will really understand what I willing to say. Okay, this particularly is a very simple format I have developed from a whiteboard, of course, and it's easy for you to understand why I think of each Bitcoin gonna worth in near future. So the world total wealth is around $800 trillion. Okay, just a moment. Okay. The world total wealth is around $800 trillion, and it is uh, included like bonds, ETFs, stocks, personal wealth, uh, properties, and other diversified uh, investment. You what you can assume. Okay, so world total wealth is around $800 trillion. Okay, and now digital currency becoming one of the asset to invest. Okay, just like bonds and ETFs and stocks and properties. In digital currency, the top priority currency is Bitcoin. Okay, over here. Okay, and if wealth diversify, if the top 1% persons, or you can say $800 trillion wealth, need to be diversified, because every time people wanting something unique to be invested on. Okay, they they want to diversify their risk. They want to diversify their portfolio. They want to diversify their incomes that they can be safe. Okay, I'm talking about the person who are holding billions of dollars. Okay, and wealth managers, banking, investment bankers, and everything. So first of all, if you look after 1%, if those whole people which are holding the portfolios like investment bankers, if just they diversify their 1% of their wealth, it in Bitcoin, okay, if they diversify their 1% in Bitcoin, okay, the market cap of total Bitcoin will become 8 trillion dollars. Okay, I am talking about $8 trillion. And in the top of it, if you accumulate $8 trillion, it will become each token, each Bitcoin will reach around 400K dollars per BTC. So it's a pure math if you want just to qualify what I am thinking. And it is not like uh, it can't happen. It is very easily happen because of the things are happening in the cryptos. Bankings are uh, going to build are and continuing building. Okay, many of the banks are setting up to provide cryptos in a bank and providing interest rate on those things. And most of the perpetual market decentralized dexes are uh, making in near future. And today you are thinking like how much BTC will reach on that gap. It is very proper math what I get right now. If you want to just look after it, why I'm thinking it can reach 400K BTC. Okay, it's just simple as it is. If I have $100 billion and I just want like I want to make 5% of it because I don't want to take risks. So what I gonna do is I gonna invest some in land. I gonna I will invest in bonds. I will invest in debentures. I will invest in government bonds, which will be safer for me. I don't want to expose a risk. But if I want to earn a little bit more of that, like if I earning 5%, I would like to earn 6% of it, of my total capital. Okay. So like I have $100 billion, and now I have 5% are invested in safe bonds. Most of the amount is invested in the safety. I want an exposure of a risk of 1%. You can say 0.1%, 0.2% of my portfolio. So I'm gonna invest in digital currency called Bitcoin, which is a very major holders. And if I just do that, and same thing, if governments allow every situation, uh, it is imaginable, it's gonna be a hell of a investment deal. Okay, so right now, if you look after gold market, okay, uh, if you look after the gold market, it is like $20 trillion company. I'm sorry, wealth. Uh, it's a $20 trillion wealth, and just like that, if just Bitcoin reached that kind of level, okay, it's not easy, but it is not impossible for to Bitcoin to reach that kind of wealth. Uh, from 2010 to 2026 till now, it's achieved what people have never seen in so many years, and it reached very fast because gold is trading from a years more than a century. Okay, in a market more than a century, more than a, I can say, 200 300 years in the market, and still it reaches to $20 trillion. And here it is Bitcoin, in just 26 years it reached a market cap of highest level at the peak of $3 trillion. Okay, crypto in the $3 trillion. So it's not a very heck of a hard deal for Bitcoin to reach $8 trillion. So that's my thesis on how much a Bitcoin gonna be well valued at near future, upcoming future. So this is a target of for me from, like, you can say, 2030 to 2032. It's a it can happen. It can happen very easily. Okay, 300K is very easily. People are calculating as a $1 million. Okay, per BTC. So I am very conservative about this kind of thing. I'm gonna show you how you can be confident, how you gonna buy at what price. Okay, so here is a chart. So if you just look after the chart, what is happened previously. Okay, so just look after it. So first, uh, you can say, pump of a Bitcoin happened in 2011. Okay, and it reaches from like 0.2 cents or 0.5 cents to $30, $32. And after that, it have a significant drop of, like, you can say, I guess 80 to 85% or 90%. So it's a decrease of 92% wealth. Okay, and after that decrease, it's once again pump it. They gonna pump it. They have a pump, and it reaches around, you can say, $260, $250, and then afterwards, and it has happened on 2013. Okay, and after 2013, it drops again to, like, in the same, I guess, same week, of course. Uh, it's drop around 80 to 90%. Yeah, it's drop around 75 to 70%, and then afterwards it's pumps again. Okay, in 2013 has a peak. At that peak, it drops once again to around 80, I guess 80 to 85%. It drops from the top. Okay, 84, 85%, and then so on again. It's pump again. Okay, till 2017. It's a peak time of, you can say, people's made money on that. After that, it drops again to 2018 and it's up again till 2021. Then it's died again and pump again to the next higher level. So if you just see in the significant ways that Bitcoin suffered the most, and every time Bitcoin drop, it's make a higher high than its previous higher high. So for me, to buy a zone at right now will be around 45K to 35K. So it will be the most honest zone I can find it right now. At in between this kind of value, you can buy whatever value you wanna hold. But just realize this: you wanna be holding for much more longer time. Okay, just hold for 2 to 3 years, like that's a 4 year minimum, till 2030 or 2029. Okay, and it will be most honest pricing for me to buy right now, and I wanna be holding some BTC, of course. So I'm willing to buy it, and I'm trying to get some money to get there. So what will be the target? I'm thinking at 2028 or 2029, it will reach a round of $2,000. Okay. So after $2,000, I wanna exit my initial investment, what I do, and then I will keep going on. So at 2050 or 3050, I'm gonna exit my whole portfolio. And if you asking me why, so it's very simple that it eventually gonna drop it. Okay. So I don't want to hold much for longer time. After a drop, after a like significant drop, like 70 to 60% or 80%, I'm gonna buy once again. So that's my you can say thesis or my personal opinion how to how much the Bitcoin gonna worth in future, and this is it. And this is my thesis and theory I have shared all of with all of you. And I have just explained what I feel about Bitcoin and upcoming future. So it's a very massive growth, and I feel like it's a very big opportunity for people to invest in this kind of things. And I don't want to say like you need to be invested or something. You have to go all in, but just realize you should be a part of it. Okay, I never wanting to say like put your whole wealth in this kind of stuff. It is very uncertain right now, also, of course, and people need to be very clear about how the investment works. Okay, so for me, it is very clear that it's gonna be a very big future for this kind of things, and it's like a game, and it's like a token for a gaming arcade. So if it goes to higher and higher, you need to be a part of it. Okay, just it never cared about money. You still be a part of it. Okay, a new revolution you can say in a marketplace, in a financial markets. So just like that, I think it's gonna be a very heck of a deal. I am studying about Bitcoin from last 3 months, 4 months, and I am very positive about how this kind of structures works. And because the factors are now supporting crypto much more, because people are getting angry on government decisions, and people are now thinking about how they can hide their money and everything. So I'm not saying about you should hide your money like crypto or something, but it's a very argument, a very high argument between governments and people that you should invest in crypto or not. So for me, it's a very good opportunity to buy this kind of things and be a part of it. And I will do that. And I think it will be the greatest opportunity you can find right now. And that's it. So this is my first video on a live, and I don't do this kind of things actually. And I'm thinking to build like a family, or you can say a topic or people who can match my point of view and have a great future. So I'm just starting up, and I just completed my college. Not completed everything, but waiting for my degree. So just I just enjoying my life. So if you feel like Bitcoin gonna be in a future, just like and subscribe. Okay, I don't want anything else. I just might share my thesis. So be it. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. I'm just recording this at 11:40 p.m. in night in India. So have a happy day.